Do you know anyone who's had a concussion? Well, a concussion is a traumatic brain injury. Whether you have a bleed or a broken skull, we still refer to it as an injury to your brain. The most common traumatic brain injuries are mild to low moderate. Typically, people don't have bleeds in their brains. They're the kinds of injuries that athletes have, and they're the kinds of injuries that you might most typically experience in an automobile accident or a fall off your bicycle. For a long time, we didn't truly understand the adverse impact of a mild to moderate brain injury. When someone has a much more severe injury, they typically stop working or attending school. They're often hospitalized for a lengthy period of time and experience a long period of recuperation. But most of the time, people with mild to low moderate brain injuries return to everyday life almost immediately. And the brain has no temp agency, no backup, no support. You can't immobilize your brain the way you can an injured limb. The brain has to do everything it was doing before for you and heal at the same time. Thus, sometimes brain injuries can take up to 18, even 24 months before we know how much healing will spontaneously occur and how much additional support is required. In mild injuries, the most common problem people experience comes from what I refer to as the unholy trinity. An accident that leaves you with some chronic pain, physical pain, an accident that leaves you with some emotional distress, either the experience of the accident or the experience of post-accident, a visit to the hospital, or the disruption in life. And finally, an injury that causes disruption in thinking or concentration, an impact on the brain that affects the efficiency with which the brain works. Mild to low moderate brain injuries typically don't cause people to lose intelligence or memory or any of their learned behavior that we refer to as achievement. Mild to low moderate brain injuries typically leave people being cognitively inefficient. That is, they still know what to do, but because of this unholy trinity affecting their body and their brain and their emotions, they're not as effective in doing what they know in a consistent, predictable way. And sometimes people are impatient. They believe because they haven't been severely injured, they should be better in a month or 2 or 3 months, and they're terribly distressed when 6 months or 12 months out post-accident they're still experiencing problems. If a friend or a loved one has suffered from a mild concussion or a mild traumatic brain injury, and they're experiencing the unholy trinity, some emotional changes, problems with fatigue and sleep, problems with pain, problems with everyday cognitive efficiency, it's important for them to understand that this doesn't have to be a permanent problem, but it's one that takes time to heal. This is Dr. Sam Goldstein for Common Sense Science.